A lot of women are looking for natural ways to balance their estrogen levels to maintain good health. It's always a good idea to avoid unhealthy habits like smoking, fast food, overeating, being under a lot of stress, and drinking too much. This can bring your hormones out of balance. Look to get regular exercise, enough nutrients, sleep, and to follow a healthy circadian rhythm. Some of the strategies listed here don't affect estrogen levels. They might increase or decrease estrogen activity, for example by activating the estrogen receptor in a similar way that estrogen does. Phytoestrogens do this. Herbs that are high in phytoestrogens like maca and red clover can also increase estradiol activity. Recently, scientists have looked into complementary methods for increasing estradiol, and these include practicing yoga and increasing dietary fiber. Smoking and excess alcohol should be avoided, as these both increase the estradiol in a way that leads to health risks and problems in the long run. According to one study, practicing yoga for at least 4 months can help to increase estradiol and the quality of life of postmenopausal women. Eating a diet that's rich in high-fiber vegetables, fruits and grains can increase estradiol levels. High dietary fiber intake was associated with higher estradiol levels in one small study on Latina women. Avocado and grapefruit were hypothesized to be the biggest contributors, but this has yet to be confirmed. Tea contains phytoestrogens and antioxidants. Regularly drinking black tea and green tea was associated with increased estradiol levels in a study of 130 healthy postmenopausal Chinese women. Larger studies are needed to confirm these results. In a pilot study, 2 months of maca increased estradiol levels in women who are transitioning in the menopause. A review of 11 studies concluded red clover can help to increase estrogen levels in women who are undergoing or about to undergo menopause. However, most of the studies had major limitations and flaws, so higher quality trials would be needed to confirm this. Black cohosh is traditionally used in Native American folk medicine for hormonal imbalances in women. The herb contains estrogen-like compounds. Chasteberry also has traditionally been used for women's health issues, and research suggests the herb contains phytoestrogens. It also has dopaminergic activity. Boron supplementation seemed to increase estradiol levels in a couple of small studies on postmenopausal women. In a study on 225 healthy adults, a year of DHEA supplementation increased estradiol levels in women but not in men. The FDA has approved the use of DHEA only for women with vaginal atrophy. Phytoestrogens are plant compounds, and they have a similar structure or activity to the estrogens that women naturally produce. Certain phytoestrogens mimic some of the effects of estrogen. According to one theory, the effects of the phytoestrogen depends on a person's estrogen levels. They can increase estrogen activity when estrogen is low by occupying the empty estrogen receptors. The estrogen levels fall after the menopause, and this is why postmenopausal women are sometimes advised to eat more soy and other foods high in phytoestrogens. They reduce estrogen overactivity when it's high by kicking the estrogen out of the estrogen receptor. PMS, for example, has been linked with high estrogen levels. The following foods contain phytoestrogens: soy, flaxseed, whole grain, sesame, leafy greens, fruits, vegetables, alfalfa, clover sprouts, and legumes. Aromatase is an enzyme that converts male sex hormones into female sex hormones. Thus, reducing the level of aromatase is hypothesized to reduce the level of estradiol in the body. High aromatase activity is usually an issue in men, especially as they get older. The high aromatase and estrogen levels can diminish the testosterone and cause gynecomastia and more belly fat in the men. In women before menopause, aromatase is most active in the ovaries. After menopause, some aromatase activity remains in the skin, fat tissue, and brain. Estrogen produced in this way is thought to be particularly important for heart and brain health as the women get older. Overall, women are more likely to suffer from high aromatase activity. For example, women with polycystic ovarian syndrome seem to be more likely to have low aromatase activity in the ovaries. High aromatase activity has also been linked with estrogen-sensitive cancers like breast and endometrial cancer. Blocking aromatase activity has mostly been studied in men. The results can't be applied to women, but that said, the following are hypothesized to reduce aromatase activity: losing excess body fat, increasing zinc, selenium, and magnesium, increasing the intake of food that contains natural aromatase inhibitors like mushrooms, celery, carrots, spinach, and grapes, reducing alcohol consumption, reducing carbohydrates, since a high carbohydrate diet might increase estrogen levels. I3C, or indole 3-carbinol, is being researched for potentially contributing to the prevention of cancers that require estrogen to grow, including breast, endometrial, and cervical cancer. Once in the stomach, the I3C releases DIM, or diindole methane, and this is thought to be the active compound. Aside from being the focus of cancer research, the diindole methane is hypothesized to enhance the activity of the CYP enzymes, which aid in detox. Cell-based experiments suggest that this can help to reduce the formation of potentially dangerous estrogen compounds that increase the oxidative stress. In one small trial, the diindole methane supplements increased the urinary excretion of estrogen metabolites in the postmenopausal women with a history of breast cancer after 30 days. Thus, increasing the intake of vegetables that release indole 3-carbinol is hypothesized to balance the estradiol levels and support the estrogen detox. These vegetables include cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, garden cress, and mustard greens. To book a consultation or to learn about herbs, supplements, and natural treatments, check out my website.